Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Now, I don't know, I'm a little late to the party, but I just watched Good Burger, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. First and foremost, I love the original Good Burger, and the second Good Burger was good as well. Now, I'm going to talk about the pros, the cons, and how I feel about it overall. This is Good Burger world, okay? So we're going to get into Good Burger. We're going to get into everything and everything. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, okay? First and foremost, Ed looked different to me, okay? I'm going to just start off with the BS, okay? Cuz Ed looked different to me. I'm like, "Oh my God, what is different about this man?" I don't know what it was, but it didn't look like it was him, right? So I'm like, "Okay, was it his gap?" Because I noticed that his gap wasn't the Ed gap, in my opinion, you know? I don't know if he got it closed up a little bit. I still saw the gap existing, but it felt as though like his teeth was more fixed, more like was more put together. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, obviously he got his teeth fixed, right? Okay. So he's not looking like the original Ed, and his face looked like different to me. And I'm like, well, they did get older, so maybe that's just what it is an older looking face. But then at the same time, I heard that he cut off his facial hair for this, and I'm like, why? Why did he cut off his facial hair? I feel as though, he aged. Ed is supposed to age. Show us your facial hair. It kind of shows a little bit more towards the aging. I think they were still trying to have the success of Ed when he was younger. And then if that is the case, then why make him have children? I don't understand that, right? If y'all was gonna have him look like he's still young, have that young youthful face, why then make him have children? It just didn't make any sense. I saw Roxanne in there, and Roxanne kind of looked a little bit older too, but you could tell that it was Roxanne. I thought Roxanne was his baby mama. I was going to like completely go crazy. Like, what is the story behind that? But nope, Roxanne is not his baby mom. He is actually, married to a black woman.
Hey, Roxanne, good to see you. So, wait, Ed, you're married to Roxanne now? Ew, no. Roxanne's our nanny.
As a nun, I could never be married. I just love being around children.
There's your wife. Hey, Edie, good to see you.
Dex, so good to see you.
And I was wondering, where did I get that notion that Roxanne was, his wife? But when I look online, they say that Carmen Electra, as Roxanne, a reoccurring character from the first Good Burger, who is now Ed's wife and the mother of his kids. Carmen Electra was a successful model before, yeah, blah, 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 things about her, whatever. But the point is that his wife is a black woman, and they never add emphasis on that. They wanted us to believe that. I don't know if it's because she was in the first show, or it was, I don't know, but I hear a lot of like people running with that narrative that his wife was actually Carmen Electra, aka Roxanne, when that wasn't the case, that she was a nun and she was his babysitter, at least according to the movie, that she's now a babysitter and a nun. So I don't know why everybody's saying that that's his wife. That made me like kind of want to go look at it for myself, but that's kind of misleading that they would say that that was his wife when it was a black woman. And not only just the fact that her being a black woman, but she's a a new actress. I would say we haven't really heard much about Edie acting at all. So the fact that they didn't necessarily promote her, especially with this being her first movie, doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well with me. Okay, I mean, I know she's acted in other things, but I would say like this is her first major role, especially with it being Good Burger. Why aren't they advocating for this black woman being in this? I didn't like that. I really did not like that everybody was saying that Roxanne was his wife, regardless if she was in the first movie or not. I feel as though they should have definitely gave that new and young actor, especially with her being a black woman, her shine, especially with her being the biggest, the biggest star, I would say, of the movie. In the I don't think anything is wrong with Dexter character. He's a big star as well. But if Dexter had a wife, or even the fact that Ed has a wife, I feel like we should have add more emphasis on that. Highlight the fact that yes, she is a black woman, and he did marry a black woman and had these beautiful kids with a black woman, but they didn't highlight that. In fact, online is swept under the rug. When I look up his wife, she doesn't pop up. Okay, they're like promoting Roxanne and other things of that nature, and not really having shine on his wife. And I didn't like that as me being a black woman. But I'm gonna get back to the review.
What's your full name? Ego, Bunma, I'm not gonna give you my middle name, Wodim. What are common mispronunciations of your name? Ego is the most common one. Or Ago, I've heard Ago, which is a choice. Nickname, my name is already short enough, everyone calls me Ego, but people, Eggs, or Egg, or Eggy. And where were you born? Baltimore, Maryland.
Now, also, she was born on March 10th, 1988 in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She is an actress known for Saturday Night Live. She's actually been consistent on Saturday Night Live since 1975. And she was in It's a Party, which was out 2018. She's been in Law and Order, True Crime, which was out in 2017. She's just like an amazing actress. You know, she doesn't get enough shine. So I just kind of wanted to highlight her just for a short minute, and now we're gonna get back into the review. Like, her and Ed look like it looked like they worked well together, okay? Because she looked a little bit silly, and her responses was silly as well. So I could see both of them being together. But I'm glad he didn't end up with Roxanne, because Roxanne was too much, like, you know, throwing her sexuality at him, and he let her have it in the first Good Burger. I'm glad he wasn't with Roxanne and they didn't end up together. But I love seeing Roxanne. I love the cameos. I love the people that were able to return. I really was looking forward to seeing Monique, but we didn't see Monique, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, we seen Monique a little bit when they was talking about, you know, celebrities talking about keeping Good Burger, when he said, oh, I'm just gonna have a bunch of celebrities create little songs and stuff saying that they want Good Burger, you know, the original Good Burger, to stay open. And we saw Monique in that, but I guess she wasn't being the character Monique. You know, she was just being herself, you know, like the real person, the character who plays with Monique. And she is a celebrity, so I guess they included her in that. I really wanted her to be in this Good Burger. I feel like it took a lot away that we had, you know, a lot of guest appearances, because yes, it is important to have guest appearances. However, I would have much more loved it if we had a lot of the original cast, because a lot of the original cast was not in there. I felt as though we needed Monique. I just feel like his niece was unneeded, because yeah, I understand, like, you want to connect that, but no, I feel like Monique should have been there and calling, you know, Dexter out on his BS again. I don't think that we needed a new character, which was his niece, calling him out on his BS, or him just, you know, doing a scam on the niece's mom, and, you know, them making it up, and then the niece mom coming on camera. Because I know that there's a bunch of different ways to create babies, right? So maybe the niece mom had a mixture, like a mixed man that she was married to, or maybe she had an adoption situation to where the child was adopted, that's still considered your mom, you know? So you never know how she got that child or what's going on, the racial. And especially Good Burger is a fun kid show, so you don't really expect any of the family or, you know, racial things and all of that. But I just was like, okay, that was something different. Yeah, Ed looked crazy to me. I don't know, he just looked very, very different. People were saying that it's giving Jada Pickett, you know, from Set It Off, but I don't see that. I don't, because Jada Pickett still had, like, her skin was still youthful. Like, you could just tell that the makeup was caked up, you know. It's given Tyler Perry, you know, plays the first time, okay? Because, you know, Tyler Perry got some good makeup people now, but when he first started, the wigs was off, the makeup was off. It was definitely so giving that. I don't know. I miss Good Burger, so it was wonderful to just see it. I was so excited about that. They put the artificial intelligence, the AI. So Kat Boswell is Kurt Boswell's younger sister. Remember Good Burger 1 when Kurt was in there? He was like, you make the burger or the sauce for Kurt. So this is his younger sister. And she's the main villain from the 2003, you know, the Good Burger, the what we're watching 2023, right? She's the main villain. Kat Boswell is the CEO of Megacorp, which is going to be like a play on Good Burger after they, you know, win over and get the franchise. She owns a powerful company that was bent on buying Good Burger, the restaurant, from Ed. Now, this mission was successful after a meeting between Dexter and Cecil, which is basically the, you know, Kat's assistant. They had a meeting and, you know, he was able to convince Dexter to talk to Ed into selling off the restaurant. Now, Ed and Dexter first meeting with Kate. At this meeting, it also revealed her real motive, which was to shut down Good Burger. She was Kirk's younger sister, and ever since he ended up getting put out of business and, you know, being put in jail, she's the one that's taking over and, you know, basically venging her brother's situation, you know, basically acting as a vengeful person. Basically she's trying to get like payback for her brother's sins and him just being arrested or him being, in jail. So she's gonna be basically take on Good Burger for her brother. She basically was opening a super, Good Burger, basically was able to get Ed to sign off on having a franchise to where they just, played him, canceled everybody, spoiler alert, canceled everybody, fired everybody, and was trying to do a new super Good Burger and have, artificial intelligence, aka AI robots, basically run the entire place. And that was her plan. That's what she wanted to do. Ed and Dexter both broke into the place, and Ed reprogrammed the computers and basically made the computers go crazy and, start throwing food at everybody and officially just shut down the entire place. So that was a big plot in there. So I guess that was similar to when Mondo Burger basically poisoned the meat, right? So I thought that was kind of similar. I love that the way they went about it. I wish a lot of the characters, but I am aware that a lot of the characters have passed on, so a lot of the characters could not be a part of it. But the characters that was alive, I feel as though they should have been a part of it. Pay people the money that they need to be able to be in this kind of sequel. I think that Good Burger was so much of a success that they should have done it the right way, in my opinion. And I feel like not having the original cast members who were all alive is not giving it the farewell, the goodbye, especially if this is going to be the last Good Burger. I don't know if it is, though. I feel as though this was such a great situation to where it should have been in theaters. They should have had, big burgers, in theaters, because they have some theaters that they have food. I would have had the food, the Good Burger served with it, like do a together type of situation. If you did not have the financial backing to make this a big movie, I feel like it could have waited or just simply could not have happened, because the first Good Burger was so much of a success that we didn't necessarily like need the second Good Burger to exist if it was not done properly. My thing is, I have no problem with sequels if it's done properly. Put the money that's behind it. If they're ever gonna come out with another Girlfriend sequel or whatever, I feel as though let the money be in it. Don't just do no half-ass stuff. Don't just do things just because, and just because the money's there, the want is there, or the need, people are talking about it online. Who cares about those people if it's not going to be done right? They will be the same people online disappointed and talking mess about it if it doesn't come out the right way, So I just feel like it should have been bigger, in my opinion, and everything should have been, the plot should have been a little bit better. Monique should have been in there, everything. And Dexter, oh my God, y'all, Dexter pissed me off. Dexter ain't shit. Oof. Dexter ain't nothing. Okay, Dexter been scamming. He's still a scam. Okay, and I don't like that. Like, honestly, Ed is such a sweet guy and he really trusts Dexter, but Dexter always shows him like he's trying to take advantage of him. All his career things, he basically was like, oh, he's gonna have something that sprays that stops from burning, right? Stops fire. It stops fire. So to show this, he was like, okay, he's gonna put like something all over his house. He sprayed the thing that's supposed to stop the fire and then lit his house on fire, and then his house really caught on fire because the fire thing didn't work, and he damn near lost his house, didn't have no friends, so had to go and stay basically with Mr. Good Burger, Ed and Ed's family. So that's how they reconnected, because Ed is his only friend and he played Ed. Ed got him a job.
But don't worry, I'm not gonna tell Ed that you're cheating.
Why not?
Because it would hurt him too much.
Played Ed, made him sign away the franchise, to which that was his entire life, and has always been this lame ass, scammer ass guy who basically took advantage of the one and only friend that he had in his life for financial gain. That's been the plot since season 1. I thought he was going to have some maturity, but it shows in this, season that he's still the same trifling Dexter.
Thank you.
And this fell out of the pocket.
Oh, this is just all it is. All it
Right, it's just the contract you had Ed sign. The one where you take most of his money, the money he's supposed to get for his sauce.
No, yeah, but
And I don't like that. Ed didn't deserve that, but I really wish Monique was there to tear into his booty and let him know that, don't play with it, okay?
I can't believe that you would do something like that to someone who trusts you. How can you take advantage of a sweet person like Ed? And after he got you a job?
it ain't even like that. I only wanted.
Oh, I know what you wanted. You're not Ed's friend. You're just using him to scam a little cash on the side. It must feel really good.
But she wasn't there, but it's okay. I still love the idea of it, and I love that it happened. at least before these two major main characters, went away or anything, like passed on or anything, they're still alive, and it's still a wonderful sequel. I still think so. I just feel like certain things should have been minor and or different, switch it up a little bit. And yeah, the cast could have been a little bit thickened, but that's the only concerns that I had. But overall, it was a great thing to see. It was a great sketch. Everything was great. Okay, I loved that they did what they could and put it together. I just wish it was bigger, and I just wish that they had the right makeup people and everything, that Ed looked, especially him being a star. I feel like you should have let him still have his facial hair, and I feel like, you could have still had the hair and everything. That's not going to change anything. I just wish that it would have done a little bit, a tiny little bit better, some slight improvements, but nothing's going to be perfect. I loved it. I love the idea of watching Good Burger. I loved it all together, okay? I'm telling y'all, that Dexter character pisses me off so much with his using and scamming, y'all. But I absolutely love Good Burger. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Good Burger. And shout out to Kai Cenat for making a guest appearance, and Marissa, I believe that's her name. Don't get me to telling stories, but her picture's up on the screen. But shout out to these two amazing young people. Like, her little skit in it was so funny. Like, Ed was basically throwing food at her. I just thought that was so funny. And for him, Ed took out the ice out of his drink, so I thought that was so funny, and I just love seeing them, and I'm glad that they, guest appearance and gave that A-OK. Both of them are huge on social media, so it really was a good look to have them on the show. And that's another thing. How y'all paying Kai Cenat, to which I don't think is cheap, and Marissa, but y'all, I believe her name is Marissa, y'all. I mess up names a lot, but how y'all paying these two big, entertainers, young entertainers at that? They got the good money. How y'all can afford to pay them, and y'all didn't get the other people that was still alive, that was a part of Good Burger, to be a part of Good Burger? The shade, okay? Star Jackson, aka Monique, needed to be in it. I think her name is Star Jackson. Hell, I told you I'm not good with names, but she needed to be in it, goddamn it. And a lot of other people too. Y'all could pay these two influencers, but can't pay everybody else. I'm not okay with that. But yeah, no, I know that she's a movie actor too. She's not just an influencer. But I'm just saying, do y'all think, is it just me, or do y'all think that Ed looks a little bit different? Is it the makeup? What's off about it? Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I love y'all so very much, and have an amazing rest of y'all's month, week, days, whatever. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Evie's been working as a trapeze artist. Huh. Oh, well, that makes sense. If somebody in your family will work at a circus.
Oh no, I paint pictures of trapezes.
Oh, a trapeze artist. Yeah, what was I thinking?